Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So today we're going to work on a little project that I've had on my to-do list for a while, and I thought, you know what, let's just give it a go. So I have a ton of passport covers. Being a travel blogger, I often receive them as gifts and I always cycle around them. Now this one, I actually thought I would turn into a little notebook. So from the charity shop, I bought a notebook set, and this was one of them, and it had half come away from the binding. So I knew that I would have to rebind it and recover it because that's a little bit psychedelic. But it's pretty much almost the exact size that I need for the passport cover. I've got a little bit of an overhang maybe, but yeah, only a small amount. Otherwise, it's pretty perfect, like it was made for it. So I'm going to start with this first of all. So I'm going to put the cover to one side. And as I say, it had half come away from the binding. So the binding was just thread all the way through, like in, out, in, out, in, out, all the way down. It had part come away, so I just took the rest of the thread out and yeah, we're going to rebind it and stuff. So righty-ho. So this is the cover. Now I am going to cover this, and I was thinking to use these Tim Holtz 6x6s just because I wanted to go by, you know, kind of what the cover looks like. It's, you know, we've got grey and pink, maybe a little bit of blue would go with this nice, and so I felt like this Tim Holtz paper, yeah, worked pretty perfectly. So I think I would like this to be the front cover. So simple, I am going to glue that onto the cover, and then I'm thinking I'll probably sew around this, just because the card is, you know, it's quite shiny and all the rest of it. So I thought, you know, if we sew around it, then we'll know it's definitely down. So I'm just going to put some glue initially. I'm not putting heaps on because, as I say, I will sew around this. And I just want to line this up as best I can, so I only have, you know, one lot of cutting to do. So I think about there looks good. So I'll just give that a minute before I try and cut it off. And I'm thinking to put some kind of fabric or lace down the spine, because yeah, when I come to cut this off, it's not going to go the whole way across. Like I thought, you know, should I be wrapping this all the way around, but I felt like it would add too much bulk here and it would probably crack and stuff anyway, so I decided not to do that. So I think, to keep it simple, I'm just going to tear along the spine. I probably should have thought about cutting this piece down to size before doing that, but because we're going to put fabric down, I didn't think it really mattered that much. Okay, so I'll keep that scrap somewhere. And then I need some scissors. Here we are. Yeah, I've never done this before, so this is literally just me making it up, seeing what works, and yeah, just giving it a go. So I'm just gonna cut that bit off, and then I'll re-round the corners. That looks much better than the the psychedelic shiny stuff, doesn't it? So got a little bit showing. Just want to move that over as best I can. Now I'll just ink around it. Oops, sorry. And then we'll do the same here. Just trying to decide what bit I want to use, really. Might go with, well, I don't know, I like that tape measure. Or is it a diary page, sorry. Just seeing where it would cut off. Yeah, I think I'll go with that side. So again, we'll do the same thing, we'll just put some glue on. I'm not going right to the edges because, as I say, I'm going to sew around it. Right, so here's where I squidge out glue everywhere because I totally put that down really messily. Oh goodness me, I get glue everywhere all the time. Just like, if anyone's got any tips as to how I can just not get glue all over myself, that would be great. Please share them. There we go. How's that? Yeah, I'm in. Okay, so yeah, as I say, I'm using the Kalau. It's got wiggle room, so I don't want to move it too much until it's had a chance to, you know, set. So yeah, a simple project, but I think this will be quite effective when we're finished. If I could just stop getting glue on myself though, that would be lovely. Okay, right, let's go for the same thing. Just gonna tear it, keep it nice and easy. That's that. And just cut that piece off the top. That's that. And then make sure I haven't got any glue over it. And then if we round the corners, so yeah, these the notebook came in a set of 3 from the charity shop. I think I spent £1 on them, and I just picked them up, you know, one of those, oh, whilst I'm in there and I see it and I just picked it up. And then, yeah, they've been sitting in my stash for a while, admittedly. But just waiting for the right project to come along, aren't they? Some of these things. Okay, I think that's good. How's that then? So that's our cover, and that's our back. Might put some more decoration on it, and I'm thinking a label on the front. I don't know whether to put, as I say, I want to put some fabric or lace down the side. I don't know whether to put some washi on it as well. I don't think it would be needed, would it? Right, so I'm just going to find some fabric or lace. I'll be right back. Look what I found. I found a scrap of, it's vintage seam binding, and that's going to go really well. So for this, I'm going to use the beacon. And I'm just going to make sure it's glued down well, but as I say, we're going to sew around this part. If I had just been covering the notebook and it was still bound in, then obviously I would find it very difficult to sew around, / I probably wouldn't bother. Because we've taken the cover completely off, I'm in a position where I can sew all the way round, which I think will look really nice as well. That's that. I haven't put heaps of glue on because I don't want this to don't want it to seep through. Just cut that bit off. I think I've used this for a notebook before, and it looks really cool. I need to get some more of this. I got it from eBay. Somebody was just getting rid of some old sewing bits, and this was in the pack. I've only got a little bit left now though. That's that. Right, so let's just give that a fold over. Yep, once we're sewn down, that's going to look really, really nice like that. I can go in with some extra glue if I feel like it needs it. So let me hit pause. I'm going to put this through my sewing machine and I'll be right back. Okay, here's my notebook. I've gone ahead and just done a 3-hole pamphlet stitch just to put the pages back into the cover. But that's how we're looking. So I did a zigzag stitch all the way around, and then I did a straight stitch just up the seam binding in the middle, just to make sure it was definitely down, and I just think that looks really cool. I did have to trim down the pages ever so slightly because where the stitching, where I did the sewing, it did add a little bit of bulk in the spine, so I just cut them down a little bit, and now we're fitting really perfectly. So there we go. I didn't bother doing anything with the pages, you know, in terms of washing them or anything. I just used some of the holes that were already there. In hindsight, I wish that I had put some washi tape down the middle, but all of this is going to be hidden with our elastics anyway, so I'm not so worried about it. All right. So I want to attach it into the passport cover with elastic binding. Now, because of the size of the notebook in the middle, it's exactly the height of the passport cover. I don't want to use eyelets because I think that normally when I do an elastic binding, I use eyelets. But what you have to be sure of then is that your notebook or your journal or papers or whatever is lower than your eyelets. So it would be more like sort of this sort of size. Because of that, I'm going to do it slightly differently, and we're just going to see what happens. So I've got my elastic. This is just from Amazon. It's nothing fancy, just some beige elastic. Right, so I want to get enough that it keeps my notebook in, but I also want to be able to have it as the closure as well. So I've sort of gone one length of the passport cover, and then just bring it around there, and because it is elastic, so obviously we're not tying any bows or anything, so I'm just going to cut it slightly longer than what I think I need. And if I need to trim off some more, then I can do that. Okay, so never done it this way before, so I'm just going to find the halfway point of my elastics, like that. And then I want to just cross it over in the centre. Okay, and then I'm thinking to do a knot somehow. That's it, got it. Sorry, I had to go quiet then, I had to concentrate. It suddenly became one of those things that I'd forgotten how to tie a knot. I just want to make that a bit tighter, actually. So let me just faff with this for a little bit, but basically all I'm trying to do is just get a knot in the middle here, but I want it nice and tight, tighter than that, so I don't lose the elastic. Okay, so I've got the knot in, and that's a bit tighter now. Now with the two ends, I've lost it. I found this charm in my stash. It's just from some jewellery, and it had 4 points on the back. So I've just put the two ends of the elastic, 1 point through these two and 1 point through these two, so they sort of cross over in the middle. I've never done this before, so who knows if it will work. I just want to pull that through a bit more, that's it. And then I'm just going to tie those two ends in a knot behind it. I'm hoping but this will work as my closure as well. Let's see, just want to tie it nice and tight. Okay, let's see. Experiment time. So that would be like that. It's all right, isn't it? And then it keeps your notebook in, stops anything from falling out. I just want to, I hope that's a tight enough knot. I would like to be able to cut the ends off. Where's my scissors? There they are. So I've just left a teensy little tail on those, just so that I don't, you know, I don't ruin my knot or anything. But I think that would be fine. I don't know if I've sort of knotted this wrong or anything, but I think it works. You know, it's just a little something after all. You know, and it looks quite pretty on there. There you are, looking good. Okay, so that's that. So that's the closure and the binding done. And yeah, that's fine. So I was going to have these Tim Holtz papers as journal cards, front and back. So I want two in the front and 2 in the back. That one, and let's go for this one. That's it. They go with the same paper pad, so they go with the cover. I'm liking this. This is really cute. So then the next thing I want to think about is I want to put a label or something on the front of my little notebook. So I've got a series of plain labels here, which one of them is bound to go, but that's a bit small, so something bigger. It's a bit too bright, I've got a Tim Holtz one, which I like. Oh, I like the grey. A bit too bright, and I've got some black ones, which I like as well. Let's see. It's between the black and the grey. I think that looks quite smart. Yeah, let's go with the grey. Just give it a quick ink. Doesn't really need it, but whilst I'm here. So there we are. Let's glue that on. I don't know whether to decorate the pockets. I just want to see how I feel. So that's simple on there. So somebody can write their name or the destination they're going to, something like that. That looks very smart, doesn't it? I'm liking this. So I did get out some stickers. You know, on the off chance I wanted to decorate the pockets, but I don't know if I want to. Likewise, I was going to make an ephemera folder for all these different, like I've got various like travel stickers and stamps and different things. So I'm thinking I might leave it and make the ephemera folder, and then whoever has this can decorate the pockets if they want to themselves. So I want to use I'm messing with the closure now. I want to use a Tim Holtz paper to do a little ephemera folder. I'm hoping to make one that will be you know, small enough to fit inside. Now I did think to use some 6x6s, so let me find those and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to make the ephemera folder next. I want just a little pouch that's going to be to go inside, or just, you know, sit inside. So I've got a Tim Holtz 6x6, and I thought we might as well go with the map print. Right, so I don't want to fold it completely in half. I want to do almost like a little file folder tabbed thing. So if I do, obviously it's a 6x6, so completely in half would be at 3 inches. I'm going to do 3 points away from 3. So there's my 3, and I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. Like that. Maybe it's a bit of a big tab, but never mind. Can always trim some off. Oh yeah, that's massive. I don't know why that's so big. Oh, me and maths really don't go, but that's fine. So let's get rid of that. We'll make it work, won't we? Okay, I'm just gonna bone folder that down, and then I'm going to trim it down to size anyway. Right. So how big do we want it to be? So this is a 6x6, and it just wants coming off just a tad. So I'm going to use this to help me straighten up. Right. I'm going to take a bit off the bottom. That's it. And then we're going to take just under that pound sign. I don't do measuring. In case you were wondering, I do not do measuring. So we've got that, perfect. And then I just want to take some off this, because that's, yeah, a bit too much. That's it. And then I just want to straighten up here. Let's see that. How do we look? Good, okay, so let's get rid of that. So 6x6 was actually a really nice size for my little passport piece. Now, I would like to do the file folder thing that I used to do, or I did once before for my Tim Holtz journal. So I want to keep, so basically I'm looking at this part. We've got the plain pattern and we've got a bit of text. I'm going to take off the text part. So what I'm going to do is I'm just drawing like a curved line just there. And that is going to be my makeshift tab shape. So first things first, I just want to cut across this line here. As neatly as I can. That's it. And then I'm just going to take that up, just following my very nice curved line, give that a bit of a curved edge like that. Perfect. And then I'm going to find my corner rounder again, and I'm going to round this corner here on the other side of the tab, like that. Cute. And then I don't know whether I should round this corner here? Oh yeah, let's round that corner. Okay, and I think that's all I'm going to round. And then I'm going to get some book pages. And thinking if I fold them up this way, that will be about the size that I want. So I'm going to fold them in half lengthways. That's that. So I've got 2 of those. then just want to cut those down so they fit inside nicely. So I do need the trimmer again, don't I? Okay, so I'm going here and there, and I just want to neaten off the top there because these pages are just ripped from a book. Just give that a neater edge. Perfection. Okay. Right, so those should fit in neatly in there. So those are going to be my 2 pockets, and we're gonna have like a fold out little ephemera holder. I have done these before as like you know, a proper video, a bigger version. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link it down below. Just to give these an ink, and I should, whilst I'm here, ink around the whole piece. I'm just using Vintage Photo just because I've got it on my desk and it goes fine with Tim Holtz. I'm liking this project. I love a little a project that you can do, you know, in a day kind of thing. Okay, in a day, in a video, in an hour, you know. Okay, so let's glue up our 2 pockets. So that's the first thing. So just glue, the 2 sides. That's that. And on here. That's that. Okay. And then we're going to run a line of glue down the back here, just in the middle, like that. And we're going to attach it to our back piece. Just trying to get it to be relatively straight. So what you get is it gives you like this little like pouch thing. And then we're going to do the same thing on this one. Just trying to decide which way around to have it. There we go. Once again, just a bead of glue in the middle there, middle-ish, and attach that to the other book page. So you get our 2 little pockets like that once we let them dry, Justine. Just want to make sure I'm not gluing anything closed that shouldn't be. And then I'll run another bead of glue down the middle here, which will be what this is going to attach to. Just give that a minute before I start trying to pull it apart again. And then you've got this little, cute, huh? And I'm just going to put some stickers and things inside there. I don't think it will fit in, oh, it might do, let's see. I didn't even think to fit it inside the pocket. Oh no, it's slightly too big, but that's okay. The idea of it was to go in the middle here, like that, and then it's just, you can pull it out and have, you know, stickers and tickets and things from your trip maybe. Like that. So I'm going to put some stickers in. I've got all different, you know, travel themed stickers here, which I'm just going to pop in our little pockets, and then someone can use that to, you know, decorate further, decorate journal pages, you know, do whatever they like with, really. I think all these should fit. That's it. And I've got some stamps as well, let's pop those in there. stamps and the travel theme. I really like that. Cute. So that'll then just fit in there. So there you go. That's the project. I don't think it wants anything else. I'm not going to put anything on the covers because, you know, if this was going to go in somebody's handbag or, you know, luggage, I didn't want it to be faffy. So we've got a couple of journal cards which I just need to back. And I might add a little bit of decoration to them, or I might just leave it for the person to do. Obviously I haven't decorated here. I did think to use some stickers, but I just kind of feel like maybe that should be for the person to put their own stamp on it. Very simple notebook, and then our little pouch, which I think is really cool. Yeah, I like that. Don't think that needs any decoration on it. And then some more journal cards in the back. I don't know whether to put something on here. I've got just a couple of Tim Holtz pieces. Maybe. Or I might just put them in the ephemera holder and have the person, whoever has this, they can do that themselves. Yeah, maybe. I'm not going to use them for anything, so I'll shove them in there. And then if somebody wants to decorate, they can put their own stamp on it. So I will leave it there. That is my project for today. I think that's worked just fine. Sorry about that. That was just Amazon coming. So yeah, this is the project finished. I don't think I'm going to do anything else to it. It's a really nice, you know, really nice in hand. So I think that's worked out really nicely. How many more times can I say nice? So we've got our pretty closure, and that is part of the binding as well. Obviously the person can remove this whole notebook, replace it with one, you know, when they're finished using it. And, you know, it might be easier to, well, I say that, it's nice and flat for writing in, you know, inside the passport cover. So they could just keep it in there, but more for the fact of when they're finished with this particular notebook. A couple of journal cards inside, which I just need to back. And then of course there's, you know, there's more things that can be done to make it their own. I've got our little ephemera pouch, which I've just added some more stickers and bits and bobs to, just to yeah, just to share those, and they might come in handy for the for somebody who's traveling. A couple more journal cards, and that's that. Obviously there is, yeah, a lot more decorating that someone can do. But I want to leave it for them, because, you know, if they're using this to, you know, go travelling with, then rightly so, they're going to have mementos and tickets and photos and bits and bobs that they can, they might want to use. So that is that. I really like that. That would make a really nice gift, actually. We've gone past Christmas, but maybe one for next Christmas. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing that come together. As I say, it was a bit of an experiment. I've never made anything like this, but I think it's worked out really nicely. I really like it. So yeah, that is that. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed seeing that come together, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now.